Alright guys, so in this video we're going to start on the collapsible stuff, so the home page. But before we do that, I just want to quickly add the footer. Okay, we're going to have a pretty simple footer that I just want to add real quick. So let's go to our index and let's go, we want to go within the container. This is the container ending. So actually we'll go right under the header for now, and let's put in a comment and just say footer. We'll say footer, give it an ID of main footer. Let's give it a class of P5, so padding 5 all the way around. We want it to be dark, BG dark, and text white. And we want this to be a row. And I'm just going to do a call MD6. And in here, let's put an A tag. This is just going to be like a download resume button. It's not actually going to download anything, but it's just the UI. So let's say BTN, and we'll do BTN. Whoops, I want to do BTN outline dash light. Okay, and then we'll just have that go nowhere. And then inside here, inside the link, we want to have an icon. So we're going to do FA S, and then let's do FA dash cloud as our icon, and we're just going to say download resume. Alright, so let's save that, and it should look like this. So for the home area, we're going to want to go right under the header, and this is going to be a collapsible. Okay, so we already have like the trigger up here, or the data toggle, and then the target. So now we just have to create that ID of home. So let's go over here and say home, and let's make this a div with the ID of home. I'm also going to give it a class of collapse, but I want it to show by default, so we're going to give it not shoe. We want it to show by default. This will be the home page, so we want this to show. Inside here, we want a card. So we're going to do a card, and I'm going to add the card body to this as well. We can do this, and let's do a BG primary. We want it to be the same color as the button, which is the primary blue, and let's do text white, and let's do a PY5, so padding on the top and bottom of 5. And then in here, let's put an H2, and we'll say welcome to my page. And under that, we'll put a paragraph with the class of lead, just some dummy text. We'll do like lorem, let's do lorem 10. Okay, so that'll be the heading. Now let's see what that looks like. Okay, so that looks good, and you can see it basically blends in with the blue. The resume, for instance, will have the green heading and so on. Now under the heading, we basically want to have their skill set. Okay, so this is going to be inside of another card. So we're going to go under this card of the heading and say dot card, and we'll put the card body in here as well. And let's do PY5. Okay, so this is going to be, let's see, we're going to do an H3, and we'll just say my skills. And we'll put another paragraph here with some dummy text. So let's do lorem 15. Under the paragraph, I'm just going to put a horizontal rule. And then we'll put an H4, and then we'll put our first skill, which will be HTML. All right, we'll do HTML5. Whoops, 5. So this is where we're going to use some progress bars. So remember, progress bars have a class of progress. And I also want to just move things below it down, so I'm going to do the MB-3, margin bottom 3. And remember, inside the progress class, we have another div with the progress bar class. Okay, and I'm going to make the color green, so I'm going to do BG success. And then here's where we set the width that we want, so that's going to go in a style tag. So we're going to say style equals width, and let's say 100%. Okay, we want this progress bar to be full. So let's save that and take a look. There we go. Whoops. Okay, and we can just click the home here and it'll collapse. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Next, we're going to do CSS as a skill. So what I'll do is just grab the H4 and the div, the progress div. So let's say CSS3. We're going to keep that at 100% as well. Let's go below that div. Next one will be JavaScript. So for JavaScript, let's do 90%. And then under that, we're going to do PHP. So for PHP, we'll do 80%. And then under that, finally, we'll do Python. Python. And for that, we'll do 70%. And you could put frameworks and stuff here if you wanted to. This is just an example. So let's save this and take a look. And there we go. So now we have our skills. So that's our home page. So in the next video, what we're going to do is work on our resume. So we'll have some cards with some companies and phone numbers, things like that.